If you're here right now, there's a good chance you've been carrying that strange, invisible weight. Not just tired, not just stressed, heavy, like gravity got turned up on your body and your mind at the same time. Your chest feels packed with fog. Your thoughts move slower. And when you try to explain it, people look at you like you're being dramatic. Because to them, nothing happened. But to you, something is happening all the time. If you're a sensitive soul, you don't just move through life. Life moves through you. Conversations leave residue. A person's mood can cling to your skin. And when you're awakening, this intensifies. You start noticing what you used to numb. You start feeling what you used to outrun. And suddenly you're asking, why do I feel so heavy? Even on days when everything looks fine on the outside. So let's talk about vibration, not as a cliché, not as a forced smile, not as good vibes only. I'm talking about vibration as a lived experience inside your nervous system and your awareness. Vibration is the quality of your inner signal. It's the tone your body broadcasts through breath, posture, chemistry, attention, and emotion. It's the difference between a system that feels coherent and open and a system that feels overloaded and scattered. In grounded language, your frequency is the pattern of your state. When you're regulated, your breath is fuller, your senses feel clearer, your thoughts have space around them, and your boundaries show up naturally. When you're dysregulated, your breath gets shallow, your muscles brace, your mind loops, and your energy leaks. Your vibration isn't a number floating above your head. It's a rhythm, coherence between your body, your emotions, and your awareness. That's why you can feel low, even if you're doing everything right. If your nervous system is in survival mode, it pulls your signal downward into density. It makes everything feel heavier, and it's also why you can feel lighter without any big external change. When your body finally gets a real exhale and your system starts to soften. Now, here's the part most people don't tell you. Awakening can make you feel heavier at first, not because you're failing, not because you're low vibration, but because sensitivity often increases before stability does. When you wake up, you stop bypassing, you stop living on autopilot, you start meeting the truth of your inner world, and the first thing you notice is what you've been carrying for years. Your awareness turns the lights on in the basement. Suddenly you can see the boxes you never opened, unmetabolized grief, anger you swallowed to keep the peace, fear stored in the chest, a lifetime of being the one who adapts, the one who overfunctions, the one who reads the room so nobody else has to. Awakening doesn't create this weight, it reveals it. It brings it to the surface so it can finally move. This is why some people wake up and then feel foggy, emotional, tired, or strangely heavy. The system is reorganizing. Old patterns rise because there is finally enough space to feel them. Your body is trying to complete unfinished cycles. If you're sensitive, you might feel this in waves, a few clear days, then a dip, then another opening. That's not regression, that's integration. And there's another layer, especially for empaths and black sheep souls. When you're awakening, your empathy gets louder, your intuition sharpens, your energetic boundaries get tested. You begin to sense other people's emotions as if they're yours. You notice tension in a room before anyone speaks. And if you grew up having to stay hyper-aware to feel safe, your system may still be scanning even when there's no immediate threat. That constant scanning drains your energy, and drain becomes heaviness. So let's name what happens when other people's energy gets into your field. Sometimes it's direct. Someone vents their anxiety at you, and you walk away feeling like you need to lie down. Sometimes it's subtle. You're fine until you scroll for 10 minutes, and suddenly you feel agitated and hollow. Sometimes it's relational. You're around people who don't see you, and your body starts bracing the moment you enter the space. Sometimes it's collective. You pick up the stress of the world like it's weather in your bloodstream. The reason this lowers your frequency is simple. Your attention merges. When you don't have a clear boundary, your nervous system tries to process what it senses as if it's yours to solve. Your body burns energy attempting to regulate not only your own state, but the emotional atmosphere around you. That's exhausting, and exhaustion feels like heaviness. Unresolved emotions do something similar. An emotion that moves through you is like weather. It arrives, it rains, it passes. An emotion that gets trapped becomes density. It tightens the throat. It hardens the jaw. It becomes fatigue. It becomes brain fog. It becomes that off feeling you can't explain. This is why you can meditate for an hour and still feel heavy if your nervous system is silently holding grief, or if you're carrying resentment behind a smile, or if you're trying to stay strong when you actually need to soften. So how do you raise your frequency when you're drained without forcing yourself to be someone you're not? You don't push. You don't perform. You stabilize. You clear. You recohere. You become a calmer signal. And you do it with practices that speak directly to the body, because your body is where the heaviness lives. Here's the first gentle practice. I call it the weight lift breath, because it lifts density without effort. Sit or stand and let your shoulders drop on purpose. Put one hand on your lower belly and one hand on your chest. Inhale through the nose for a slow count of 4, but keep the inhale soft, like sipping air, not pulling it. Feel the belly expand first, then the ribs. Hold for 1 quiet beat. Then exhale through the mouth for a count of 6, like you're fogging a mirror slowly. Let the exhale be longer than the inhale. Do that 5 times. As you do it, notice your jaw and your throat. The heaviness often lives there because those are the places we swallow emotion and clamp down on truth. If you want to deepen it, add a low hum on the exhale. Nothing dramatic, just a soft with lips closed. That vibration in the chest is like a tuning fork. It tells your system, we are here, we are safe enough to soften. If this is resonating, stay with me. Don't click away because your mind wants a quick fix. The shift you're looking for doesn't come from more information. It comes from small moments where your body finally feels met. Keep listening, because the next 2 practices will help you stop absorbing what isn't yours and stabilize your energy in real time. The second practice is body-based, made for sensitives who feel overwhelmed around people. I call it the gravity anchor. When you feel heavy, your attention floats upward into worry, scanning, and noise. The way out is downward. Stand with your feet hip-width apart. Bend your knees slightly so you're not locking your body. Press your big toes into the floor, then your heels. Feel the contact points. Now imagine your breath dropping into your legs on the inhale. On the exhale, imagine your weight settling into the earth, not collapsing, just settling. 2 minutes of this can change your entire state. Now add a boundary that is soft, not forceful. In your mind, picture your aura as a calm, clear bubble that extends about a foot wider in every direction. Not hard, not spiky, just present. Then return your attention to your feet again. This is how you stay open without becoming porous. This is how you can feel the room without becoming the room. And if you want a phrase to hold internally when you're around intensity, use this. I can witness without carrying. Say it silently once. Then drop back into your feet. You're not shutting down your gifts. You're training your system to keep its own signal. The third practice is environmental and ritual-based because your space holds frequency. Your nervous system responds to cues, and your surroundings can either keep you heavy or help you lift. Choose one small corner of your day to become a frequency ritual. It can be simple: a glass of water, a candle, one object that feels sacred to you. When you feel heavy, go to that spot for 2 minutes. Drink the water slowly with full attention. Let that be your reset. Then open a window for 1 minute and let the air move through the room. You are telling your system, we are clearing. We are freshening the signal. If you want a stronger version, step outside and let your eyes rest on the horizon for 30 seconds. The nervous system loves distance. The horizon tells your brain there is more space than the problem you're carrying. That alone can lift frequency. Now I want to speak directly to the sensitive soul who has tried to raise their vibration and felt shame when they couldn't. You were never meant to be high all the time. You were meant to be true. Real frequency is not constant happiness. Real frequency is resilience. It's your ability to return. It's your ability to feel an emotion without drowning in it. It's your ability to be around intensity without losing yourself. If you feel heavy right now, it doesn't mean you're broken. It might mean you're finally aware of what needs attention. So when that weight shows up, don't make it a moral problem. Make it a signal. Ask, what am I carrying that isn't mine? Ask, what emotion wants to move? Ask, what boundary needs to exist? Then choose one practice, just one, and do it gently. 5 breaths, feet on the floor, water and air. This is how you build a stable frequency, not in a burst, but in a rhythm. Over time, your body learns something powerful. It can feel the world without becoming the world. You can be empathic without being invaded. You can be awake without being exhausted. And the heaviness that once felt like a curse becomes information. It becomes guidance. It becomes the exact signal that tells you when to rest, when to clear, when to speak, and when to come home to yourself. If you want to keep going deeper into this path, energy protection that doesn't harden you, spiritual awakening that stays grounded in the body, and practices made for sensitive souls who feel everything, subscribe and keep journeying here. We're building a space where your sensitivity becomes your strength and where clarity returns to you, one breath at a time.